Hi friends, thank you for, tuning into this video. You're an epic soul on this planet with a divine purpose. And my message today is to say this. Stop craving validation. Okay? It's just going to lead to a dead-end road to constantly crave the validation of others. And you may be watching this, listening to me talk, and you're thinking, dude, I'm not trying to crave validation, but I still crave it. What do you mean stop? Like, obviously I would stop craving validation if it were that easy. So every single thing that we have this want for in our lives, whether it's validation, whether it's financial abundance, whether it's to have, a certain social status, whatever it may be, if we're feeling that feeling of wanting, that wanting feeling, I want, I want this thing, right? We're basically saying through this that we don't have. And this wanting is caused because there's an aspect of our energy, of our psyche, that doesn't feel whole and complete. And so we have this spirit desire to remember who we really are, to feel the remarkable love that resides within us. But that pull or soul desire goes through the filter of the ego. And the ego projects this image in our mind of what we think we want based on an emotional wound. So there's that feeling that you think you're going to get from something like validation. Okay, you think you're going to feel a certain kind of way. And that feeling that you think you're going to feel, okay, loved, valuable, special, unique, is who you are at your core. All right, stick with me here. And the higher self, the non-physical, powerful part of who you really are, has a pull for you to feel that, for you to experience that, for you to create sort of that physiological coherence between heart and brain, and to align that heart and brain self with the spirit self. And so when we begin to understand that nothing outside of us can create this feeling of whole and completeness, of course, things outside of us can contribute to us experiencing that, is then when we can begin to, flip it around and connect with the heart center self, connect with who we really are at our core. Just to be vulnerable for a second, the ego is actually like brilliant, right? God designed your ego to be super genius because God's like, we got to keep this person alive. And the ego's job is to protect you, keep you alive, right? At all cost. So the ego, and I'm going to be vulnerable in a second, like I just said, I didn't forget about that. The ego knows how to lie to you in a way for you to directly believe that lie. And so for me in my own personal life, I have been experiencing in this craving of validation, but without even realizing it. It's going like the ego goes, if this person knows, right, that he is craving validation, he's going to try and get rid of this survival mechanism. So let's not even let him know. And what's beautiful is when I do intuitive readings on myself, I'm able to look in at my energy and go, oh my gosh, this has been hiding in my subconscious mind. And some of the motivator behind why I do what I do and things of that nature. And I'm realizing that this is simply, this craving of validation, it's simply reflecting sort of a perceived misalignment within the self. It's reflecting a perceived deficiency within the self. That feeling that I'm able to extract from validation, there's an area of my life that feels deficient in that energy, in that love that I could be giving myself. And we all do this in numerous ways. And so the goal in realizing this and understanding this is that it's beautiful because it's empowering, because we're able to then change that. We're able to let go of sort of feeling tethered by the limiting beliefs that say I'm only valuable when. And one of the most freeing experiences that we could ever connect with is, or one of the most freeing perspectives that we could ever connect with, is the one of sort of not caring what other people think. Doing what we're doing from a pure, higher self, soul, purpose place. So through all of this, okay, what we've learned throughout this, how many minutes are we? Almost like 5 minutes here, okay? And I'm going to give you guys a tool to begin to change the feeling and needing of validation. But what we've learned so far is that many times we crave validation because of an emotional wound. We don't feel whole and complete in our own lives. Well, that emotional wound was created at some time in childhood. We didn't feel special and unique, this, that, and the other. That has caused a ripple effect through our life. And now we're craving this sort of validation because there's an emotional imbalance or an emotional wound. And the higher self has this pull to feel. I'm going to say this twice. The higher self has a pull to feel what you think you're going to feel from that validation, but all the time. But that pull goes through the filter of that ego or the emotional wound, and it projects this image in your mind going, I can get this feeling by force, right? By validation, by doing these things, and then I'll be likable and then I'll be lovable. So the first step to alleviate this feeling of I need to be validated by whoever the heck it is. It could be, friends. It could be like a romantic partner. It could be your parents. The first step is to ask yourself the question, wait, no, I had it. Oh my God, I really did have it. And I was really excited to share. The first thing you do, well, the first thing I would do through this is to sort of ask yourself where you're craving validation and be radically honest with yourself. Why am I craving validation? Or no, what area of my life am I craving validation? And be radically honest with the self. Okay? And then begin to connect with the higher self. Now, how do we do this? Well, we set an intention. Okay? And we can begin to actually redirect our focus and our motivation behind why we do what we do from an empowering place. All right, instead of doing this thing I was doing because I was craving validation, let me write out a list of reasons why I'm doing this from a higher self place. Well, this is going to connect me more with who I really am. It's going to empower others to connect with who they really are. Okay, this is how we realign and create that heart, that brain, and that soul connection. And through this, we create what we like to call soul clarity. Connecting with soul clarity connects you with who you really are. Soul clarity is the remembering of who you really are. It's the clearing of, it's the releasing of the congestion that so many of us carry within the mind in connecting with who you really are and connecting with divine decisiveness, connecting with the ultimate intuition that resides within you. For those who don't know me, my name is Nikki. I probably should have said this in the beginning, although you probably already know because it says who this video is by in the caption of the YouTube video. But anyway, and I'm an intuitive healer. And one of the ways that we connect with intuition is addressing these emotional wounds, addressing these emotional imbalances, and connecting with soul clarity. When we connect with soul clarity, we connect deeper with our intuition. When we connect deeper with our intuition, we connect deeper with soul clarity, so on and so forth. And one of the ways that we connect with soul clarity is connecting the heart, the brain, and the mind with one another. When we have an emotional wound, okay, this throws the brain completely out of alignment with the heart self, and it causes this congestion that puts all of that out of alignment with the spirit self. So the goal is to connect with the spirit perspective, the higher self perspective. And when we connect with the higher self perspective, the life experience becomes significantly more fulfilling. And the truth of this is that you're on planet Earth with a divine purpose. You are here to remember who the heck you really are. You are here to remember the love that resides within you. I don't say that in like a cute woo-woo, like, oh my gosh, there's love within you. No, there is incredible source love that resides within you. And this journey, it's not so much a changing journey, although when you're on the spiritual path, it feels as if things are changing because they are. But it's more so a remembering of who you are, a recognition, a realization of the superhero that resides within you. It's an activation of the warrior that resides within. So here's what I want to do. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. You guys literally could have been anywhere in the world. You're here letting me talk to you. And I want you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. You know, I'm a YouTuber, so we say things like that now. And it would just mean the world to me. And you're beautiful. And, you know, you could comment like maybe video topics that you want me to talk about. Spiritual topics you want me to talk about. Or just anything, okay? And I want you to stay incredible. So thank you so much. I just said that. Stay awesome and authentic, beautiful human. There's no validation outside of you that can actually validate the beauty and the intelligence and awesomeness of your soul. You are inherently remarkable. And that's why this journey can actually be difficult. right? To realize, wait, I'm just inherently valuable. Yes, you are inherently valuable. All right. Thank you for the 100th time for watching this video. Stay awesome and authentic, beautiful human